Hey Robert, nice start here. I really like your artwork, the cactus and the animals and the birds and so on. Just a few suggestions. I would really go easy on all these meshes. It just, people in the design industry know what they are, so it's okay to use it once in a while, but I really wouldn't use a mesh more than once. It just doesn't, unless it really is going to add something. Unfortunately, a really big issue is that the client wanted a city poster, not a park poster. So really, be sure to closely have a look at the specs. The idea, and I think I stated this in a couple announcements, was to you're creating a city map and a city poster, so both of them are related. And I think that it's not completely necessary to make the both of them the same city, but it really helps your portfolio. So you could probably use, either take the point hit or use try to work it into another city. So with that being said, there's a few things you could do to really improve what you have here with just some very easy fixes, because you've got some great artwork. So if you want to have something, if you wanted to give it depth, you want to make the objects in front larger. So you'd want to make these larger, right? And then the smaller ones will look like they recede. Same with the animals and the birds. You don't want them all the same size, just sitting there. They look like they're sitting on top of the picture plane. So you want to make them some smaller. You also want to fade them. Just give them like a little bit of more faded colors. This is a big piece of negative space right here that could be dealt with. So I would probably, move some of the animals down into here and make, if you want, make a really big one in the foreground. So, and there's some other ways you can deal with the sky. I posted these tutorials a long time ago, but these are really quick, easy tutorials about how to create a sky. And again, notice with the birds, smaller makes it look like it's in the background. And here's some Twitter clouds, but again, they're kind of cool. And so just to go back out into the class, these are some of the announcements I posted. So let me find the professional ones. Oh gosh. So if you have a look at these, see how the buildings are integrated, and they keep getting smaller as they go back because, again, things in the background get smaller. Those are the laws of perspective that you get like in a beginning drawing class. Same here. And notice the repetition here. Again, these are the same size because it's pretty much the same plane. If you had them way in the back, it'd be a lot smaller. So again, I would have a look at some of these. I'm not sure if you read these announcements or not, but again, need to have a city poster. Really important to follow the specs. I mean, you might as well get used to it, because this is all of schools pretty much in design. You kind of have these fake clients, and so you have to pretend like these are like real jobs that you're doing for the client. So if the client wanted a city and you gave them a park, you probably wouldn't get paid. So it's really important to follow the directions carefully, very carefully. So back up here into the school ones. Now again, he's off to a good start, but again, he's put this bird here, so it looks like it's floating. It's not unified. Same here. Everything's just floating here. It's not a good, it didn't, and if you read what my suggestions are, it kind of goes over some of these. Again, starting to look good here with some of the objects, but again, some real things that you don't know what they are. This one came out really good. Notice smaller in the background. The roads get smaller. It starts off bigger and they get tiny, right? Because that's the laws of perspective that you get in a drawing class. Same here. And again, just keep it simple. But what you have to do now is now this was a really nice one until he ruined it with the text here. So. But again, you have to think of this text and how it fits in. And again, there's the attractions in the city. So be sure to ask questions if you're confused, because I post so many examples that I hope it's clear. But if it's not, I'm really available. I'm always on Google Hangouts. You can just grab me. Here's another one. See how they unified this with kind of similar strategies. Okay, so anyway, again, at this point, you might want to take the point hit and just go with the park, but just try to make this, improve this. So, and again, it's hard to see what these black forms are. they're not, they're not really, they're not coming across as being anything. So even if you just took the forms you had here and did some size and added some other things, you'd probably have a pretty nice poster. But it's up to you. Again, just ask questions if you need it. I'm always on Hangouts, Google Hangouts. Just grab me. Or I get more emails from your mom, so maybe you should email me. That'd probably help. Okay.